Hi, welcome to Miss C's cottage. This is the home of the Somebunny. The Somebunny is a crocheted rabbit filled with love and given to others so that they know that somebody loves them as I love you. I think we're live. I got to get back here to comments. Somebody's just telling me something's not right. So let me check this and see what that is. Because for the life of me, today's one of those days. And I planned it out so nice. Let's see. Oh, no, not that one. Well, let's get this off of here and see what's going on. Today's one of those days. And I love you all. And I'm so thankful that each and every one of you have made it into the cottage today. I don't know whether I can do another I don't want to upgrade. Thank you. All right, I'm back at comments. Barbara, hello. Actually, Barbara, I've been feeling better for the last 3 days, but I still have no energy. And I've been trying to eat, but we'll get into all of that later. Let's see what's here. Oh, just my YouTube telling me I'm here. I've been gifted a membership to It's Raining Yarn. Well, thank you, Russ. Oh, I think that's it. Okay. Oh, oh, Leanie. You know, I sent out Bubba Bird patterns to those who wanted them, and Leanie took me serious, and Leanie made a cardinal because she said, I want to make a cardinal, and I said, we can make a cardinal, and I never made a cardinal. So here is Leanie's cardinal. Isn't that marvelous? She put a top notch on it, and somehow or another she did the black front. That is not a true color. It is a red. I guarantee it. That's absolutely gorgeous, Leanie. I'm going to download that. Move to. Nope, can't do that. Label as. Nope, that's not what I want either. Download. Oh, one archived. I'll have to go in the other one and do it because I didn't do it right. Okay, and I got some technical duties here, guys. Please, like this one is my old camera that no longer works, except I guess Google still has me in its clutches because it's Google's still working. But I use this camera in the camera holder. I use the phone in the phone holder to hold my camera. The camera is the one that I use for and and that's on backwards. Okay, well, let's just do it this way then. That camera is the one that I use for filming the close-ups. Okay? All right, and that goes around that, and that comes over here, and that's what makes everything work. I don't know how it all works, but I just know that it does, and I just am thankful to God every day that He makes stuff do what it's supposed to do. Okay. Michael. Hello, my sweetheart. I watched a little bit of Nino's game last night, but I, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I love the boy, but I just can't. I just can't. I'd rather play with you. I think you understand this, Michael. I'd rather feel yarn. I'd rather see how squishy stuff is. And I'd rather make things. Wow. Uno momento, por favor. I'd rather make things than blow things up, beat things up, and get killed in the end. But I love you. I love you all. I'm going back to the beginning and I'm about to sneeze, so forgive me. And there you have it. The famous cottage sneeze. How do you like that play on words? Oh, sometimes I kill myself. Oh, I don't know where that came from, guys, and I so humbly apologize. But hello to Leanie. Oh, Sam. Something I need to tell you, Sam, and it will come to me. It will come to me. It'll come to me. I love you, Sam. Please leave your epithelials on the little thumb sticker. Sally Stevens and all the little bunnies hopping into the cottage. Guys, again, today I have the Keurig is there if you want to make your own. The water's there. I have no treats. I fully intended. Oh, wait. This arm is acting up. Remember when this arm was acting up and I couldn't move it? It moved. I have these they're sanctioned by the rabbi. They're little Jewish tea cookies. They're little tea biscuits, and they don't really have a lot of flavor. They're vanilla, but they're crunchy. They have that, when you need texture, they have that crunch, and just enough sweet to take away my sweet because sugar is poison. For me, chocolate and sugar are poison, and I try really hard not to eat either one of those things. Thank you, Leanie, for the double prayers. Tammy, 2 thumbs. Oh, that's 2 thumbs up. That's even better. Tammy, I love you so much. And Tammy, I need you to call me. I haven't talked to you for a while, and I need to find out how you're doing, sweetheart. And the other one is Kim G. When she comes in. Jacqueline Marley. Hello. Oh, checking your eyelids for hold, Michael. My Tom used to say that. I would creep in there and he'd be in this. Good God, look at this. In case you didn't know, I trimmed my bangs this morning and my hair is just enough curl to it that It, it, and so I shouldn't have cut him. My Tom used to say that I'd sneak in there and I'd say, "Are you sleeping?" And he'd say, "No, I'm checking my eyelids for holes." Oh, Michael, I missed that so very much. Thank you. Thank you for that this morning. In my weekend state, I'm a bit teary, but I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for bringing back that memory. Jennifer is here. Hello, Jennifer and Mia. Now, I have to tell you something about Mia. I love Mia very, very, very much, and I'll tell you why. That girl, and I have no idea how old she is. I think she has 3 dogs, and they must keep her up because she doesn't sleep very much. And I know this because every time I turn on my computer, I have a notification from Mia that she's watched something from, I swear she's going back and watching every single one of my videos over again because she doesn't sleep. And I want to tell her, I love you for that. I love you for your commitment to me for doing that. As long as you know that I gain no special benefits from that from YouTube or StreamYard. Now, I know when people have a channel and they want to get modified, they they need watch hours and they need attendance thumbs, and and those things go into something called an algorithm, whatever that is, and you guys know it and I don't even care, and that's okay. But that's what makes YouTube say to you, want to get monetized? And so I am not anywhere near the numbers in attendance, nor the watch hours, nor do I want to be. That's the kicker. I don't care if I have my regular 25, 30 people come in every show and just love on me while I'm loving on them. That's my goal, is to love you through these YouTube streets. And as a side benefit, I get lots of love back. Here's that beautiful card that I was going to show you last week that I couldn't find. It was because it was out in the kitchen next to where my teacup was. I brought my teacup in and I did not bring in this. It says, "Hello, sunshine. Thank you always. The adorable bunny stitch marker. Cutie." Oh, this is from Sally Stevens. And she says, "Thank you so much for my first ever big twist yarn. It's so soft. I'm excited to make my own Somebunny with my blessing yarn from you." And she's going to send me a picture. "I truly appreciate the tutorials and the kindness that you give. Remember, love and kindness matters." And she's got kindness matters in quotes because that's what Sally Stevens' life life verse, I think you call them. And I'm going to address that because as long as you guys know that I am extremely tired and I am a hodgepodge and I am so scattered today, I'm all over. And to beat all, when I brought in my, hold on, almost threw away a chicken comb, which I don't want to do, but oh my goodness, here's another one. These things are so, no, this is not a chicken comb. This is an apple stem, goes in the other basket. Apples. Okay, there we go. I think that's all that's on the floor. Maybe this will work to keep these little guys here, huh? Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I took two tennis, not tennis. I'm telling you a lie. Honestly, I don't know why you even bother to come to my show because most days I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh, there she is. Okay. Now what's this round thing on the floor? Oh my. Okay, here's a test. Whoever gets this answer first wins a skein of yarn of your choice, okay? What are these? Oh, wait, I need to go down to the very bottom and I'm not even through with my comments. Well, okay. What are these? This is it. It looks like a cog on this end. It is a shaft, and this is an end with a hole in it. There's spring here, maybe spring bobbins. Bobbins for spinning. Are they bobbins? Jacqueline says. Bobbins. Piece of wood to confuse you. My favorite pea is in the house. You're right. What kind of yarn do you want? Oh, Pebbles, you never cease to amaze me. Okay. Wood to confuse me. Pebbles. Okay. Bobbin. Spool, Sugar says. Spool. Spindle spools, Mimi says. Oh gosh, Sally says. Okay, so I think Sally's the first one that says, oh gosh. Sugar says, no idea. Bonnie gives me. Bonnie! I feel better already, Bonnie, because I have been missing you so much. I know you're busy, and I know Sunday may or may not be your only day off, and I would never take you away from family. Hold that thought, because I have to go and get something, and it may take me a while, and I'm going to be out of breath when I get back. So hang on. I'm good, Dad. I'm good. Okay, I'm on my way back. And I probably have shown this to you before, and this trip was probably absolutely unnecessary, but I don't care because the thought just came to me, and I had to go and do it because it's one of those sissy spacek days, and I'm absolutely spacey. Bonnie, this is your daughter's Bunny. And that's the tail. Red and black is what you said. So that's what it is. I just have to write a story, get it boxed up, and get it out to you. And I'm going to set it up here by Leanie's Bunny. So I will remember. See what I'm saying, guys? Today or may or may not be the right day. All right, so Pebbles. Let's see. Pebbles is the first blessing. Oh, I'll make this bigger. Pebbles is the first blessing. And let me go back up to where Pebbles was. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, wait, I had to go to the bottom for that, didn't I? Yeah, it's Dory's Fall. I don't know where they came from. And Bonnie, I got it. I got it, Jeanette, and I will show it to you. Yes, I did get it. Nothing I've seen for spinning, says Sally. Leanie says bobbins, bobbins, bobbins. We're getting close. They look like bobbins for spinning. A spool. Sugar says no idea. Bonnie, that's where I stopped. Tammy says spindle rolls. Spindle rolls. It's as good a name as any. Okay, Tammy. All right, now I'm going past everybody down to the very new ones. Dory, I love you, and I love your bones. And I have introduced Mr. Elmo to bones, and I think he's liking them too. He's been so sick, and he's under 190 pounds, which is not good for him because he's diabetic, and he's not eating much of anything, which is not good for him. And he's taking an antibiotic, not because of the COVID, because that's a virus we talked about this last week, but because when you have a debilitating disease that attacks your immune system and puts you flat in bed with no energy, hardly even to breathe, you need to take an antibiotic to ward off any bacteria that might be saying, oh, the time is right, let's go. You know what I mean? So that's where we are. Doctor gave us each an antibiotic to take, and we've got, I think, one more day of that. Okay, but in the meantime, because he's been in bed or in his chair for so long, Dory, I want to finish this. He has no meat on his bones. He has no butt. He has no meat on his bones. So his hip bones are like right up against the bed or right up against the chair or whatever, wherever he is. There's no protection there. So because he had no meat on his bones, I gave him an extra bone. And I'm loving it. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Dory. You did it again. And I love you for it. Oh, Bonnie's daughter just left for Kentucky. Olivia's going to Noah's Ark. Oh, that's awesome. Now, I've never been to Noah's Ark, Bonnie, but my niece has been. She and her husband and their little daughter went, and they said it is absolutely fabulous and bigger than you could even imagine. It's smaller and bigger, is what she said. See, Tammy, we didn't have any respiratory problems with this COVID, and Andy and I, Mr. Elmo and I both got it, and I've been calling him by his given name because there's just the two of us. And the other day I called him, well, I think today I called him Dad. I don't know why, but anyway, yes, Dory. Well, you did it. You absolutely did it. Okay, so I'm calling these. Um, Good Lord, what did you call them, sweetheart? Not sprockets. What did you call them? Tell me again, Tammy. Jeanette, I'm gonna go get my phone right now because it's not in this room. And nobody knows how cancer affects the body or where it attacks or what drop spindles, spinning spools. No, you didn't call them spindles. Spindles. I think spindles was the name. Okay, so I need right now, everybody stop talking, please. While I go and get my camera, P and Tammy T, if you will both tell me what yarn you would like um, for answering my question, write it in the chat, and I'll pull them when I get back with my camera, my phone. I'll get it right, guys. I love you guys. Okay, I'm on my way back. Be prepared. I brought goodies. Oh, all right, let's see. Pebbles wants a number 4 variegated fall. And Tammy. Velma, Vima, hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to the cottage, sweetheart. Please push the thumbs. Row, row, row your boat, row, 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 you know. I love the intermission music. A number 3 or 4 variegated. Okay. I want to, well, let me get that done first because fall colors and a number 3 or 4 variegated. Now, you know that I just got some new, oh my, I just got some new yarn in. So let's see what we have in fall colors. Variegated fall colors. Wow, not a lot. Not a lot at all. That's not really fall. We'll pull it just to see. Variegated fall colors. The other thing I did this week while I had some energy was to pull my colors for the luck of the draw that's coming up. And so I'm going to look in there and see if I have it. Oh, no, this might be something. Okay. That might be something. Okay, I'll give you 2 choices, P. And Tammy said variegated, 3 or 4 variegated. And she did not specify colors. So let's see. Oh gosh, I'm running out of energy here. Let's see. I got plenty of this. And it's a variegated. And this is a brand new one. Even though. Okay. Okay, Pebbles. Pebbles, you come first. Because you are my favorite pea in the whole world. Fall colors, I don't have very much. Because I'm not a brown, yellow, orange, red kind of person. Oh, Leslie's here and Sugar's here. Hello, Sugar. And Zoila. Okay, Pebbles. I've got this one. My favorite go-to for anything because it blends with everything. But it's more springy than fallish. So I pulled this one out, and this is a Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted Painterly. And this is called Brush Stroke Print. And it has the browns and the rust and kind of the peachy along with the cream and a dark brown. And there's also a navy, which I've never seen blue leaves, but I have seen some leaves that are purple, more purple. So I don't think that this blue is going to cause a problem. So I am sitting down, sweetheart. I'm good now, and I'm going to take some tea while you decide, Pebbles, which one you would rather have. This is also, this is a big twist, 100% acrylic, 269 yards, number 4 medium. This is, I think I told you, Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted, 153 yards. I have 2 of these, which I would send you if this was your choice, because this has got 200 and something. I'd give you 200 and something with this. This is a number 4, and the color is called Fireside. I guess that's what this is, Fireside. And maybe their mantle's blue. I have no idea. Gwendolyn Best, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the cottage. You have walked into Miss C's cottage, the home of the Somebunny. The Somebunny is a crocheted rabbit filled with love and sent to people so that they will know that Somebunny loves them. They have really long ears, so they can listen to all of your joys and all of your sorrows and that secret that you can't tell anybody about that happened when you were 11. But it has no mouth. You see? No mouth. It won't tell a soul. Whatever tell you gets captured in this heart and never goes anywhere. So you can get angry, you can throw it on the floor, you can pick it up and you can hug it and squish it, and it will love you unconditionally forever and ever and ever. And we make these right here on this channel. Okay, Fireside's perfect. All right. Oh, because your choice was wood to confuse me. Of course, Fireside is good. Oh, you are so brilliant. All right, so this goes by the wayside. This one and this one. Well, you know what? This was in a blanket, but I'll just have to switch colors on this one then. Okay. Okay, so these two go to my favorite pea in the whole world. All right, next on the list, is my favorite tea. Tammy. Mr. Yarn Doll. I have not seen you in ages, my love. How are you? Oh, Margie's here. Don Lavella's here. Okay, I have several for you. Variegated 3s is what I've chosen. I have this one called Bambino Prince. It's a double knit, which is a DK number 3 weight. It's a Stylecraft yarn. Stylecraft yarns are from England or Europe, and they're very, very squishy. This is 100% premium acrylic. The colorway is hopscotch. What else can I tell you? 100 grams, made for Stylecraft yarn under license in Turkey. Spa Mill, New Street, Straithwaite, which is England. It's a beautiful yarn. Oh, it has 100 grams, which 293 yards. I also have one of my favorites is from Hobby Lobby. Is repattern on the label. I'm going to tape this, so when you get it, it will be taped, because I wanted to see the pattern on the label. It's a blanket. I'm not going to make it, So I'm putting the label back on for you, okay? This is a baby bee, one of my favorite yarns to make baby items out of. It is called Gauge Boy, which I have no clue why it's called Gauge Boy. I don't even know what a Gauge Boy is. It's a Sweet Delight print. It has 377 yards. It's 60% acrylic and 40% polymide, and it is soft and squishy also. And it's blue. There's a bit of green in there. Not a fall color, but then I have this one, which is absolutely different from any yarn I've ever had in my whole life. And this is a universal yarn, and it's called Easel. Now, I'm thinking this is made in Turkey also. Universal yarn from Harrisburg, North Carolina. But I'm thinking I got this yarn from Hobby. I think that Gia sent it to me in appreciation for making a bunny for her little baby boy that got born. 437 yards. It is a superwash, a 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide. So Tammy, if you can't do this wool, hello Marcia Lee, my love. Hello, hello. Oh, Pam. Pam, I was just thinking about you the other day. I'm so glad you're here today. Welcome to the cottage, my love. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. YouTube's my emotional support animal. Denisha, you're so funny. I love you. Okay, I haven't finished yet, Tammy, so you have to wait. Any of them would make great zebras. You know that Denisha's not a zebra because her children. I don't know if her children are, but her grandchildren are all zebras. Never saw an easel before. Well, I never had either, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is greens. Now I have to show you the yarn is just, and I don't know if this is really good or not, but it's not all one color. You see, it's it's pink, but it's got all kinds of other colors. Here's purple, but it's not purple. It's got colors on. They're just short bursts of colors. Yes, I said earlier in the program, I come here to love on you for an hour and to have you guys love on me for an hour because that's what the YouTube streets need. Oh, I didn't know that, Marshall, Zoila. I didn't know that. Any suggestions for washing hanker yarn that has a hanker yarn? I don't know what hanker yarn is. There's a smell to it before working it up. No, Dawn, but I would tell you this, and I'm so glad to see Dawn P. Dawn P. and Sharon were on a program on last night that I watched. I watched for a little bit, and I think it might have been Antonino's program. I have no clue why Dawn P. is on that, except that she has so much love. She shares it with everybody on every channel. But I couldn't stay very long, Dawn. It's just not my kind of thing. I love the boy dearly from the bottom of my heart, but I can't do the stuff he's on. I would say rather than wash it, I would say if you have a knee high or if you have a stocking or the like, take the band off, slip it in that, and throw it in the dryer with a dryer sheet. That might work. If it's a wool, I would put it on low setting or fluff setting rather than any heat. But other than that, I don't have a clue. I don't know that I would wash it. I guess you could wash it. I don't know. I guess it depends. Read the label and says, can you wash it? But I would wash it with something that smells good, and I would add one of those extra laundry boosters. Back! I love you, girl. That's an amazing colorway. Okay, this is what you get then. I'm going to put your sticker on it. Oh, here they are, right here. Okay. These little things get moved around, and I don't get to use them often. Okay, so this goes to T. And the others go to P. Okay, and you want to know the good news? This is not pick your blessing yet. Oh, it's good to be scattered. It is. It's good to be scattered some days. People benefit. I'm glad, Tammy, because I really didn't want to give away that Sweet Delight because it's one of my favorites. Oh, I think I just found my schnauzer that I didn't know where it was. I've got so much stuff in here I need to go through it, and I do not have the energy left yet. This is just a little over 2 weeks since I came down with this thing. So I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. I can do my program. I got a smile on my face, and I'm good. All right, so that's that. All right. All right, going down to the bottom. Lori Armstrong's here. You know, Lori Armstrong is one of the first 3 people that I gave yarn to. I think it was Lori Armstrong. There was a young girl, too, that passed away. There were 3 of them together that were good friends. She passed away. I just saw her name the other day, but for the life of me, cannot think of it. And then there's the one that lives in Muncie, Indiana, and I can't think of her name right now either. Kelly. Those 3, I think, are the 3 people that I gave yarn to. Yanked up yarn. Hanked up? Give me a minute. Febreze might work. All right, Dory. Walk some steps for me because I don't have the breath today. Throwing it in the freezer will work out the sense. Oh, I never thought about that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, put it in the freezer then. That might work. Oh, otherwise you'd have to put it on fluff dryer, air dryer, or something with a dryer sheet. Oh, Sweet Delight. Have the almost done. Here with Miss Diana, my favorite grandma. Oh, Marshally, I love you. All is great with the world. A grocery bag holder. Bonnie, I'd like one of those. Or the pattern to it. I'd like to take the pattern to it. Because I was in the kitchen. If I make something, I throw all the scraps, all the wet garbage into them, wrap it up and throw it in the big garbage so it doesn't have that odor. And I need another one. I just have them in a trash bag now, and I just stuff trash bags in trash bags. It looks like CRAPE. And I would also like to make one for the laundry room because that's where the cat litter box is. And I scoop the stuff out of the litter and put it in there and put it in the trash container to be taken out by Mr. Elmo on Thursdays. So I could make two of them. It's a marathon, not a sprint. 2 months to regain the muscles. You know what? That's another thing, Tammy, is with these the fleas in the carpet, because I haven't had the energy to vacuum or even run the dust mop over the kitchen. I walked through with bare feet the other day and thought to myself, Miss Cummings, you need to run the dust mop over this kitchen. You get stuff stuck in your toes. Let's go back. Oh, two muscles. I came in here to sit down to get ready to go on, and something bit my ankle. And when I looked down, it was a flea. And so I picked it off and put it into an empty iced tea glass that I had in here because I love to watch them. I don't know. That's the ugly streak in me, but I can't help it. I love to watch. I love to watch fleas die. Much rather die than to eat me up. Anyway, moving right along. I have not had the energy to vacuum them up, so we have them. Now, I did take the 15 minutes before I went live to. I have this little, really about this tall, enough for like 2 cups of flour, a sifter, and I put the washing soda into the sifter and did it over the carpet because that gets in there and they can't breathe and they'll die. I don't get to watch them, but it's just as satisfying not to have those little ankle biters get me. And I don't feel any right now, but I'm so thankful for that. Thank you, God, for no fleas on my ankles right now. Okay, but I noticed when I looked that my calf muscles are. I have no muscles in my calf and my skin just hangs like crinkly old people's skin. I don't like it. So if it takes me 2 months to regain, that should be about the time I go up to see my sister. So I'm just going to have to really work hard at getting better, resting a lot. And when I do have the energy, doing maybe some chair yoga would help, huh? That way at least I wouldn't fall down if I ran out of breath or energy. Laurie Armstrong, that you're working through that box? That was a long time ago, sweetheart. Okay. Do you remember who the third one was? I think Kelly in that's good advice, Sally. Good. Good. Zoila, you are such a good daughter. I love you. Oh, Mia. Mia, I love you just as much as I love the first ones that came. I don't know how God does that because love builds, but I love you just the same as I love every other person on here. Even, oh, the name Via. Via is relatively brand new to the chat. She may have been in the bushes for a while and I didn't know it, but um, I love Via just as much as I love Denisha's one of my first ones. And that was back when she was called Denny. And Denny and Dreeny were two of my favorite people then, the D's, because I'm a Diana, right? Anyway, KK. See, love that girl too. Okay. You refused surgery and you're okay now. Both of these are really acting up. I don't know what's between Bonnie and Zoila. I don't want to go there, but both of you better settle down because I have Bonnie's ruler and I'll use it on both of you. I am not a what do they call that? A minder of persons. I don't care. I'll use it on all of you because that stuff doesn't belong here. So knock it off. You know what though, Bonnie? I put trash bags in my bathroom um, wastebasket. It's just a little wastebasket. It's not like this big one I have in here. This one I use my rural king bags because they're huge. But in the bathroom and in my bedroom, I use the smaller Walmart bags or who has the brown ones? Publix has the brown ones with the green on them. I use those to as a liner because I wear pads and sometimes I wear pull-ups and I don't want those things to be seen by the man who takes the garbage out to the street for the home. So I put them in I put the liner in and I get the bath my bedroom and bathroom ready to go into the big black plastic bag that he takes out to the street. And if I put them in those gray ones, I can tie the tops to them and they work just fine. And so that's probably what she wants them. I want one for the bathroom too, so that I can put those in there. It's just handy. The holder looks beautiful. The bags inside are uglier than all get out, but they serve such a wonderful purpose. They need to be there. And that's that for today. Okay, that's right. I haven't seen Marsha Lee a couple weeks, I think. That's a good one. I like that one, Sally. Try in the freezer. Yes, blind she is. But she can see some things. She just doesn't see clearly or well. You're not sure who the third one was? She was part of your group, Lori. But she passed away of cancer and she was just young. It just tore my heart up. And I haven't seen Kelly for a while. We go away. Back, don't tell me you forgot who I was already. You know what? Sometimes you just have so much of a person you can't take their voice or you can't take their silliness or you can't take whatever they're into right now. I love Michelle plays hooky. I love Michelle plays hooky. And she is a delight. I love to watch her. I love her hair. But she does a program called whipping your way through the year with dishcloths or something. I don't know what they are. I don't care what they are. I'm not going to make them. I love Lala. My heart for Lala is bigger than my heart for a lot of people, and that says a lot. But I'm not doing it. First of all, if I put that much work into a dishcloth, I'm not washing dishes with it. And second of all, they look like the most ridiculous dishcloths I've ever seen in my whole life. They're cute, but they're not dishcloths. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, okay? Closed. Moving right along. All right, cousin. Susan B. Hello, hello. We love you. Oh, did you get your box of stuff? You did. You got it. But I always ask KK not to show my box of stuff that I send to her because the hats are just hats. Yes, she adds them to the queue, and I love that. And she puts a mark on the state, and I love that. But I don't need my talented flaunted across the big screen. Oh, I'm in a silly mood today. Oh. Anyway, I always ask, and I always stick. Oh my gosh, look at this. This would be perfect for Kendra. Goes in the bucket. Because I have buckets set out on my to-go table for different people, and they have their names on them. And I used to do this for Kelly and Lori and I don't know, but I do it now for Kim G. And you know that Nancy has a bucket because that's where all of my wait, stop. I want to stop. This is what I want to do right now. Before I forget and have made her wait, she's going to give up, go take a nap, and she will miss this. And I don't want. Let's see if I can get a better. That is Jeanette Egan's certificate. She is a hometown hero. Her gratitude, and it's presented to Janet Egan for her outstanding, her recognition of outstanding community service. Ann Baxter, the news director, and Joel Swisher, the general manager of WSAZ Channel 3. Living, working, and serving the homeless. And Jeanette is our hometown hero. So congratulations to Jeanette, who has stage 4 cancer, and I don't know where it is, but by this time she's had it so long, it's probably a lot of different places. But it has not kept her from continuing to make and give in love. And guys, that's what it's all at. That's where it's all at. That's what it's all about. God says, love thy neighbor. And those people who didn't want to do it said, who's my neighbor? Is it David and Diane that live next door? Those picky people that don't even like me? Do I have to love them? There's the answer. And you know this is the neck and this is the head. And this is going, yes, 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 yes. That's the answer. And here's Jeanette crocheting hats for people she doesn't even know. Because she knows those people are her neighbors, whether they live next door or not. That's not. Oh my goodness, I'm all riled up now. That's not what a neighbor is. And I got a leaky beak again. Maybe this thing's clearing up. All right, that's out of the way. Let's go. Paula Mulford. Isn't Jeanette a whiz? I just love her. Susan Burke. Hello, hello, hello. Susan and Paula usually come in about the same time. Do you guys go? Not the ruler. Yes, the ruler. It gets too full. And my favorite piece sent me at around Christmas time, before or after, a roll of green and a roll of blue. And somehow or another, Pete, I regret to tell you that when the trash got dumped into the big bucket, so did the roll. So, such as it is. Okay, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I hope I've covered everyone. Kimmy. Kimmy? Kimmy, no, that's a good one, but that's not the name. It's Nope, that's not the name. But thank you, Kitty, for that one. All right, moving. More than talking. I'm glad you're here, Marshall. I'm sorry that you haven't been feeling well. There is something going around, and and my sister-in-law and her sister both caught the COVID virus. I don't know if that's going around again, because we talked about this last week. I'm not going into it again, but that virus morphs. Oh, Ellen, I'm so glad you're here, Ellen, because this is the next segment we're going into. After the welcome is current events, and I want to talk about a couple things. This world is evil, and unfortunately, the powers to be have allowed evil things to come into this world, and our country especially. I am not getting into politics because I love Cherry and I don't want to upset Cherry, because right now, and I have to tell you this, there's a caveat. Cherry's mother passed away June. Our wonderful, awesome June passed away from her cancer. She went to the hospital. They kept her for a while, and then they sent her home and they put her on hospice, which is a very wonderful. Hospice is a wonderful place. People hate them because their loved ones die in hospice. But the hospice takes better care of people than the people can take care of their own people, because hospice spends 24/7 taking care of your loved one, and they give them just as much love and care and the same type as you would if you could, but you can't because you work and you have things to take care of, and they need more than what you are able to give. And hospice is a wonderful place. Okay, she passed away last week. So we need to keep um, Cherry in our prayers. Here's how much I love Cherry, and here's how much Cherry loves me. Guys, it doesn't get any better than this. She took the time in her grief to send me this. She is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is not what I want. She took the time in her grief to send this to me. This is an obituary of her mother. She didn't need to send this to me. But she did because she loves me. And she wanted me to know because she knows I love her. And she knows I love Miss June. Okay. No sneezing this one. Just real honest to goodness tears. Good thing I didn't put any eye makeup on this morning, huh? Okay, guys. Okay. I am Ellen. Don't go away, Ellen. I need to talk to you. Tell me how I really feel. Nancy, I love you. Mac, I love you so much. I'm telling you guys right now, if it hadn't been for all of you in this chat today, I don't think I could have gotten out of bed. And I probably would have died in my bed from COVID. And I don't even have any respiratory problems to keep me from breathing. Okay? You guys and your faces coming through that door are what get me up every morning. And I love each and every one of you. And now I'm done with that. The hats are just hats. But but I keep these boxes on the table and they're all labeled and I promised I wasn't going to do that. That's just such a stupid California Valley girl thing. Oh, I wasn't going to do that, but you know, some things get in your brain, and your brain is not a computer, and there is no delete button where you can delete, delete, delete. There's none. Oh my goodness. I am just ranting and raving this morning. I need a minute to calm myself, guys. I am out of control. Yes, she is. Pebbles has been nonstop. Some of you guys got really excited about Somebunnies in the beginning, and I sent out dozens of Somebunnies to some of you, 2 dozens of you, and some of you got really excited about them because I hadn't had the time to send you one, and you wanted one, and so you asked for the pattern. We made it on here, and you have your Somebunny. And if anybody wants a Somebunny pattern, please Gmail me at missccottage@gmail.com. Miss C's Cottage, just like on the screen. Just like on the screen. Miss C's Cottage. Boy, you can tell I'm pruny. Haven't had enough water today. Miss C's Cottage, no apostrophe. All one word, at gmail.com. You love it when I'm silly. Janet has. Okay, I'm way at the. Janet is awesome. You and I get up every morning and we're like, oh, I got a pain in my shoulder. I can't do anything today. Jeanette gets up in the morning and she says, oh my God, my body hurts. I got to get crocheting. All right. Lulu. Prayers for Jeanette. Prayers for Cherry Reynolds, please. You guys know that when a loved one dies, or even someone and you know, an acquaintance, they leave a big hole. And you can't fill that hole with anything. And I know that Cherry has got a big hole. Okay, I'm going down to the bottom now. You still look for yarn. Okay, well, Jeanette, if you don't have enough, I'll send you some more. Guys, if you have an extra skein you don't know what to do with, send it to Jeanette. If you don't have her address, I do. Gmail me and I'll send you her address. You just stick it in an envelope and mail it. It will cost you less than $5. And this is yarn that you don't want to use, but it'll be enough for a hat. Now I'm telling you this. This is 153 yards. I would love to make a bunny out of this fireside yarn. It's not enough yarn to make a bunny. I need 253 yards, 252 yards. At least 250 yards to make a bunny. This is only 150. You can't make a bunny out of it. What do you do with it? Yeah, send it to Jeanette and make a hat. Not rocket science. Tell me how you really feel. Okay. All right. Let's move on down. Oh, Lulu, I love you. Lulu's been with me for a long time. Yeah, Nana June. Okay. Jeanette, you're on hospice? Wow. Okay, guys, hurry up and send that yarn. Oh my gosh. Lori, are you a teacher, sweetheart? I didn't know that about you. Oh, your medicine. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Bonnie. Our Cherry Reynolds, yes. Our Cherry Reynolds, cuz her mother June, the one who made all those beautiful blankets for us and sent to Boggy Creek, she's gone. Okay, I've got lots to say, guys. Don't. Yeah, you're right, Lulu. Oh, I need lots of hugs today. Okay, Ellen, back to Ellen. Okay, our country is so evil. There have been shootings in Chicago, in Georgia, in Conyers, Georgia. They shot, and then went to somebody, not they. I can't say they. It's not the same person because most of them wind up dead. Another someone, copycat, whatever, went to Emory University in downtown Atlanta, and and it wasn't really the Emory University they were after, nor was it the CVS pharmacy on the corner. It was the CDC, the Center for Child Development. They targeted and shot into that building, and there's children in there. It is also like a daycare or preschool. I'm going again, guys. Anyway, they were able to get them. There's so much evil. And then yesterday morning in New York City, there was another one. And I'm sure if I had turned on the news this morning before I came on, there'd be another one somewhere else. There's fires out in California because California, I'm sorry if you live in California, but parts of California are absolutely bonkers. They will not go through and allow the forestry division to do controlled burns because, oh my goodness, we might burn down a bush. And therefore, when the trees that have fallen or the trees that are dead and still standing because they haven't been taken down properly by the forestry division are struck by lightning, the whole thing goes up, people's houses go up, people die, parcels are burnt off, hillsides are burned. They They did not fill the dams up with water. They had no California is crazy. I personally am telling everyone that I know that lives in California, and I am very, very serious about this. In front of God, I say to you, get the heck out of California, move somewhere else, because I am hoping that that fault that's out there, the San Andreas, will move big one day and crack California off and let it float off into the ocean with all those crazy people that don't want to do anything because it might hurt the environment. Do they know what they... Okay, I'm down off my step stool now. Mac, um, that's how I really feel about that. And moving right along. Wow. Mia, do you know what 1432 is? It means I love you too. I love you too. 143 is I love you. It's the number of letters in the words I love you. And the number 2 is just I love you too. Mimi, you are welcome in my door anytime. Mm. Okay, I gotta go get water because I don't have any in here, Bonnie, and I know that's your thing. Okay, moving right along. Thank you, Zoila. Yeah, I think, Marshally, the best thing for us is just to rest. And I have crochet everywhere. In my rocking chair up in the common room in the corner. I have it in the blue room. I have 6 cubbies that I put up on the lounge at the foot of the bed in the blue room. It's not my room, but there's nobody here. Love spilling up my tear ducts. I love you, Lori. That's right, Leanie. You can put other color ears on it. Dorothy. Dorothy was my sister's name, and she passed away at 26 from kidney problems. Sort of. Dorothy, welcome to Miss C's cottage. I'm Miss C, and this is the home of the Somebunny. And a Somebunny is a bunny filled with love, given to people so they know somebody loves them beyond a shadow of a doubt. Keep this up, and you won't get this one. If you want me to send it to another address, um, listen to me, please, Bonnie, please send me the address. I'm glad, Jeanette. Swag Lefty. I'm not sure who that is. Is that Len, the Lefty Crocheter? Swag Lefty Crochet. I'm going to have to check you out, buddy. A rainbow amigurumi tutorial where the instructor talks about rainbows rather than other things. Guys, don't put me up on a pedestal. You're a college counselor in a high school. That's awesome. Well, I didn't know that, Lori. Thank you for sharing that with me. I have always thought, Leanie, that because my mother went on hospice, and hospice will come to your house, I think, for a time. But if you are in-house hospice, it's for 3 months or less. I think I have that. Hospice of Northwest Ohio is like that. I don't know they're in-home. It is, but it's also, Mia, it is also um, Children Development Center. It's one of those wacky things. Something else is CDC also. And it is for child development. And I think they cover like foster care, some adoptions, maybe. If anybody else knows the real truth about this, the Center for uh, Children and Children's Development Center, I think is what it is. Uh, but it's also that, and they have classes. You can go there and get classes on how to be a child care worker, how to be if you want to do in-home care, you can take lessons there. You can get your 60-hour child care certificates. They do all kinds of wonderful things for children. Who would attack the children? Okay, I'm moving right along. Baltimore last night. See, Mac? Don't you dare give up, Nancy. I just lost you and I don't want to give you up. That's true, Ellen. I don't watch TV anymore. I get most of my stuff on YouTube. So, um, Leanie, probably because she doesn't have anyone to care for her, and hospice will come in and care for you. I'm glad she's not giving up. All right. Zoila, you keep praying because, like I said, I'm just waiting for California to crack off and float out into the Pacific. I feel really bad for Hawaii because it's going to get stuck there. And if it doesn't, Japan, look out. Are you in California? Leslie. I'm sorry, I'm stopping what I'm doing right now. And today, I'm not even through my list in this one, but today is the 10th day of August. And we're going to pray for Leslie. Because she lives in California. Leslie, what part of California are you up near Oakland? You're okay. It's just Southern California is off its rocker. Sorry, Bonnie. I love you too. Are they really? I know that Mr. Elmo Bonnie has tried the egg white ones, and he really likes those. And I saw. All right, I'm writing this down. Jimmy Dean. I need to talk about that. Okay, I've talked about that. I've talked about that. I've talked about that. Talked about that. We're up to Ellen now. Ellen, are you still here? Hello, Samantha. How are you, sweetheart? I'm Sway. Okay. You're not Len the Lefty Crocheter. That's good to know. Welcome, Sway, to Miss C's cottage. I'm Miss C. And I'm sorry about today. I've been ranting and raving and just gone off emotionally, and I'm not like that. That's not what this well, the love that's behind it all is what this is all about. But normally I'm not this emotional. So please come back. I'm here on Wednesdays at noon and Sundays at noon. And it's good to have you. I'm going to have to get used to your face coming through the door. My cottage is a cottage. And when you come through the door, I ask you two things. Leave your shoes on the doormat and leave all of your crap on the doormat. And that's not a word I usually use, but today is one of those days, I'm telling you. Leave all your ugly out there. We don't want it in here. We come with empty buckets or full buckets of love to share with other people who have empty buckets. And when we leave, we make sure our buckets are full of love so that we have dipperfuls of love to share with everybody else. This is the home of the Somebunny. And a Somebunny is a crocheted bunny with big ears that can hear all of your joys and your sorrows, but no mouth with which to share anything. So you can tell it anything, and it will love you unconditionally. And I want everyone in the world to have one. So I opened up my channel and I started teaching how to make Somebunnies. And if you'd like a pattern, Gmail me on Miss C's Cottage at gmail.com. Let's see if I can do that. Miss C's Cottage at gmail.com. Now wait for that to come up. Oh, Lenny. Oh. Denny, you'll have to, I'm sorry. Denisha, you'll have to Gmail me and give me a better explanation. And maybe I can help you with that. I don't know. But, almost a year, that's amazing. I think they'll come as long as, to the home, I think they'll come as long as you need. But we were so glad to have my mom in home. which means in their facility, but we didn't realize it was for a 3-month time span. And she was there for 10 days before she passed. But and I can't say anything about that because I know that she got the best care ever. Okay, Bonnie, I got it. No, you didn't miss the game, Samantha. We're still here for it. And we're not talking about that anyway, anymore. San Diego. Now, San Diego's not so bad. I went there and I visited their zoo, and it is absolutely wonderful. And there's a big, I think it's a Navy base there. So you're okay. But north of that, between there and Oakland, they're like, nobody won. We didn't do it yet, Samantha. Okay, I'm going down. There's my angel in the frozen stone. Hello, Angela. How are you? Good. Thank you, Sway. I hope you do understand because I think now we're going to get into the real part of it. This first part was just really all emotional on my part um because I've had COVID and it's only been 2 weeks and I'm not better yet. Special counseling for that. All right. Let's move right along. You know what, Leanie? I don't know why, but I think the channel that we go through and the streets that we live on undo us from other people somehow, and I don't know. That's right, a no drama channel. What a wonderful way to put it, Zoila. Okay, not Camp Pendleton. That's Camp Pendleton's out. I'm talking about in San Diego. There's a right on the bay. That's not Camp Pendleton, is it? Well, maybe I'm messed up. I don't know. I don't live out there. See, this is such a small world. Zachman, you're not late. You just missed all the dumb stuff that went on. I just know I could see the base out in. Oh, well, somebody just. I just know that I could see the ships and things for the base out in the bay when I was in San Diego. In the hotel that we stayed to, there's two hotels that do this, and I was in this one, and therefore I could see over there. And now I'm all stopped up from all those silly tears, or not silly, but um, I'm not doing. I'm not doing. Okay, Lori, I'll send it to you. Did you get a Somebunny, Lori? Leanie, I usually go on Amazon and they have 2 skeins of white yarn for $19. Um, and I just have them shipped to her that way. That way I don't have to pay postage. You know, I mean, I have to pay for the yarn, but I don't care about paying for the yarn. Miramara. Sassy Mary's here. All right, we can start there. Sandra Carlson. You know what I remember about Sandra Carlson, and this is so unfair. I don't know who Sandra is. I know that she comes in my channel a lot. I don't know if I'm subscribed to her, and I don't go to her channel. So I don't know if if I get notifications, I may just check them off because I don't know who she is yet. And I haven't, those last 2 weeks have been hell on earth. I will tell you that. And those aren't words I normally use, and you know that. And I apologize again. But what I know about Sandra Carson is she has this set of lips that she puts in, and I look about that big, and she can hardly talk about them. And they're big and red, and they crack me up every single time I see her. And she doesn't do it often, but usually on Granny. She's on with Granny D, I think. Part of the Moonshine Gang, maybe. I don't know. Hello, Jenny. Okay, Jenny, here's another one we need to pray for because Jenny lost her friend Kenneth last week, and she's got another big hole in her life, and it wasn't cancer. So, Bonnie, don't fret, please. Just bringing it up. I'm sorry, Tammy, but those are not sexy lips. I've never seen anything like that before. Hey, Terry, welcome in. Zachman, I don't know that Sandra ever behaves. Oh my, I'm so glad that we're back. You do, Ellen? Okay, well that's it. If Ellen says, then that's where I'm going. I'm going after I get off of here. You do. Okay, now I got to go back up and find my comment that I made way back. I didn't think it was this far back. And it might just be easier to go ahead and redo it. I'm not going back that far. And Barbara Riggle Baker's here. Okay, Lori, I'll send it to you. But you don't have one that I made. Okay, I want to do this again so I can post it up here. And MSCSCOTT. I don't know where it went. At C. Oh, not. Wait, I got to put a Gmail in there first. All right, we'll see if that comes up. Yes, now I want to show this one. No, that's not one I want to show. I want to show this one. That's the one I want to show. Okay. I don't know, Pebbles, how you snuck in there, but... Oh, thank you, Zoila, for that. Hello, Barbara. She has the adorable... Yes, and she sent me pictures of them. And there's Rosie, who really isn't Rosie. And her daughter calls her something totally different, and my brain just isn't there right now, okay? Lilith, okay. Okay, you did. Okay. Mac, you gave yours away. You want to make another one for you, or you want me to? Oh, Sandra, that would be wonderful. Honey. You know what? Well, let me fancy stuff on StreamYard. Jen, I have to tell you about that too, so I'm writing down. We're still at Ellen, so I'm going to do Ellen right now before she gives up and goes away. Ellen, I want to tell you how much I appreciate your live, or whatever it was, with the sounds of the ocean. I don't know what ocean you were. Probably the Atlantic, I'm thinking, because your voice sounds like you're off the Atlantic side rather than the Pacific side. And my thumb is really itchy right now. My whole palms of my hands are itchy right now, and I don't know why. So the cover that I have on my chair that I'm sitting on is one that I took from the kitchen, and it is fabric on the top and that nubbly plastic stuff on the bottom so that it sticks to the wood on the chair. And I'm rubbing my thumb on that nubbly part, and it feels so good. So if you're wondering what I'm doing down here, that's what I'm doing, okay? Swag, it's Sunday Stitchers Club Day. Oh, how awesome! When you come back, Swag, tell us about that, okay? Because we want to know about the Sunday Stitchers Club, and we want to know you more. So before you go, though, please, Ellen, I'm going to put you on hold again because we're going to do the blessing giveaway before Swag goes, because I want her to have a chance. Swag, we play a game called Pick Your Blessing. It's a game which I took from Christy Crochet's Corner, Christy's Closet, Crochet Creations by Christy. And she plays a game called Let's Make a Yarn Deal, in which she says, you put down in the chat what yarn you'd like to have, and I'll see if I have it on my shelf. And if your name gets picked, you get that yarn. Okay? So what I did was I changed it because I didn't want to steal her game. I just wanted to ask her if I could use the idea, and she said, go for it. So I did. And I call mine Pick Your Blessing. So I give you an opportunity in the chat. Zoila marks the chat, or Bonnie does, or Eileen does. My sister Eileen, one of them marks the chat, and then the only words that can go up there are a number weight of yarn and a color of yarn that you'd like to have, and a description. I'll take adjectives too. And then if your name is chosen, then whatever you've asked for, I go to my yarn stash, which you can't see right now, but I will turn this and hope that I don't lose camera or I don't lose sound, because we all know that has happened before. But this is my yarn wall, and the 4s are on the top and the 3s are on the bottom, and that's my yarn wall. And I will go to that yarn wall and I will pick out a couple samples of the weight and color that has been chosen. And then Zoila, please. Okay, Zoila will do it then. Oh, okay. See, you're hooked already, Swag. And we already love you. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now, because if Samantha's still here, I want her to be able to play the game, because Samantha's a special person, and She finds it very difficult to sit in one spot for very long, and she jumps from channel to channel, and everybody knows that. And she loves to play the games, and everybody knows that. And so if she's here, that's when I want to play the game. So Zoila's done it. Please, nobody talking. What I want you to put in right now is a number. If you want a 4-weight, or I have very little 5-weight, but I do have 2s. I do have sock weight yarn, and I do have 3s and 4s. So put in a number that you would like. Oh, Dory's back. Okay. Whoa, there went everything. Um, August 31st is Greet and Stitch with Sunday Stitchers Club. Must be signed up already. Okay. Well, I missed out on that one. So write down the number that you want and a color that you would like, or a variegated, or a spring colors, or some kind of description. And I will do that. And while we're doing that, I want to go on with Ellen because I don't want to forget Ellen. Ellen showed some new yarn from Hirschner's that looks very much like the cake yarn that Bag O' Day has. And Bag O' Day put out her Freddie Mercury yarn, and Hirschner's worked with her on it. And this one is called her Tonal Hues, Bag O' Day's very own Tonal Hues. And this one is called Liquid Mercury because I told you she loves Freddie Mercury. And this yarn is not in the game, guys. Sorry. But I'm making something with it. And in the meantime, it's going to sit on myself and look beautiful. But Hirschner's just put out a tonal. And I'm sure it's not as expensive as that. But go and check it out. And I love when Ellen does yarn reviews because she works with the yarn and she tells us honestly what's going on with it. And I love that. Oh, it's Mary Maxim. It's not Hirschner's. And free shipping today if you buy over $40 worth. So if you've bought some of Bag O' Day's yarn, you might want to go and see if there's any of the Mary Maxim yarn. I apologize, Hirschner's and Mary Maxim, that might work up with it for solids. And she also said that I cut my bangs this morning and they're just too darn short. But I wanted to thank Ellen while she was on there, and she makes beautiful shawls. So if you don't know Ellen, you need to go over to her channel. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, that's all that I have for that, except the Jimmy Dean yarn is still on here. Okay, I still have Jen to talk about. And okay, I love you too. I love you too, Ellen. I don't know. You are a very different personality than I am. You are very calm, where I'm off the emotional hook. You are very coordinated, where I am scattered all over, all over. You have a dry sense of humor, which I don't. You're just very extremely different me. And when I first saw you, I did not subscribe to you because you were so different, and I thought I don't think I'm going to like this channel. But then I thought, well, I'll subscribe, and I can always unsubscribe. And I've never unsubscribed because every time you come on, you tell me something. I've been crocheting for 60 years. I'm 78 and a half years old. I just had my half birthday on August 5th. I'm 78, and you count them when you get over 75 because you don't know if you're going to get the next whole one. So you count the halves ones. And that being said, I love your channel. I don't know what I would do without it now. So See, I don't see that on your channel, Ellen. Okay, Bonnie, okay. How many numbers do we have? Do this already, please. Okay. Bonnie's New York is coming through. Okay, so that's it for Ellen. I can cross Ellen off my list now. Okay, the Jimmy Dean, let me get that in there. Oh no, see, we're still getting. That's my half birthday. My real birthday's in February, Ellen. So don't let me kid you, I'm only a half a Leo. Okay, so you're in Chicago, girl, not a New York girl. Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, when this stops, I'm ready. In the meantime, I'll tell you the Jimmy Dean story. I've been watching a bunch of shorts, and a lot of the shorts involve pie crust or pastry crust, the puff pastry, or the croissant crust. And they do it over oven racks, and they make things over the back of muffin tins where they brush them with stuff, and then they lay down either the pastry crust or Jennifer, are you kidding me? Wow. Ellen, I love you. Okay, Zoila has stopped the game. So now she needs to count up how many people, and I need to get Google going, fired up here, so that I can find out what number we pick out of how many. In the meantime, one of them was puff pastry. You put on a rack, and then you, in between the rack, you push the puff pastry down just real gentle, and then you put Jimmy Dean sausage in there. And then she put in, I don't remember now what all she put in. But she put another puff pastry on the top, and then when she baked it on the rack and took it off the rack and cut it up, you had little breakfast sausages. I love it. I love it. Okay, Sam says, Zoila said 19. So Google, please give me a number between 1 and 19. Random number picker. All right, drum roll. We got number 14. So Zoila's going to go back and find out who number 14 is for us. Who's going to lose the chat? Oh, Sway? No, I don't want her to lose the chat. Wait, okay, number 14. And number 14 is Zoila says 19. Oh, yeah, and number 14 is the one we picked. Okay, so who's number 14? Thank you, Bonnie, for keeping me on track today, because you know I'm just so scattered, and I don't know why. I haven't eaten breakfast. I haven't had any breakfast. I need to take my antibiotic, but I do have tea. Okay, Zoila's counting and finding out who number 14 is. And I'm down to the bottom of the page. 20 years you've been. Yeah, I know. I'm a New Yorker down south now for 20 years. Going to move back to New York soon. Oh, Leanie. No, Leanie, you need to tell me where you are in Florida. Are you in the Panhandle? I think you are in the Panhandle. Janice Urfer is our winner. And what does Janice want? Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this is August, so if you've won in August, you can't enter the game. Because I like everybody to have a chance. And Sunitha, hello, sweetheart. What are we doing?
I was gonna help you out, but Soyla's got it all down.
She does. I've been missing you, sweetheart, missing your smiling face.
I've
Okay,
been in the bushes.
have you? I know you pop up once in a while, but I miss seeing your face. Okay, Janice wants a variegated number 4 yarn. A number 4 variegated. Well, I just went through all of them. A number 4 variegated is going to be a little tough. Well, wait a second. Hold on a minute. There's one. Oh. Oh, thank you for the music. Here's a weird one. Number 4 variegated. Variegated. Oh, here's one. Here's another one. Well, you have lots of choices today. I've got 4 choices for you, Janice. All right. Sit down. Catch my breath. Thank you, Sunitha. Sorry, Swag. I hope you entered. But Janice Surfer was the one who won today, but that's the way the game works. And because she put down a number 4, here's the way the rest of the game does. I went to my shelf, which I showed you earlier, and I picked out some variegated number 4 yarns. This one is, everybody recognizes this one. It's a Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo. It's called Mexicana. It has 482 yards on it. That is your choice number 1. Choice number 2 is Big Twist yarn that I bought. And I have to tell you that Ellen sent me some of this. And she said, I have some yarn I'm never going to use. I don't like it. And I said, if you don't want it, send it to me. And by golly, she sent it to me. So this is the one I pulled out. It is a Big Twist, totally tweed. It makes up the cutest bunnies. Or giraffes. I might be able to show you a giraffe made out of it. This is a number 4 medium yarn. It's 78% acrylic and 22 polyester, so it's kind of squishy. I think these are made out of foam rubber. If you ask me, it looks like, especially this orange, it looks like if you take your foam rubber pillow and you'd pull it apart and throw it in the yarn while it's twisting, that's what you'd come up with. My opinion, okay? This one is really nice. It tells you you're going to need it'll come out 50 by 60. Going to make a pillow out of it, a pillow cover, you're going to need 2. A scarf, you're going to need 2. A hat, you're going to need 1. And it takes a 4.5 millimeter hook because, whoops, I like it when people do this. I just don't understand it a lot, but I do like it. It looks professional, don't you think? This would be nice for chemo caps. Anyway, that's choice number 2. Choice number 3 is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Pill Fiber, 186 yards. It is a number 4 weight, and the color, it says to use a 6. This is a number 4, but it's a really nice number 4. And I'll show you the difference between the two because this is a really nice number 4. And the color is Denim Blues. It's a variegated Denim Blues. No, Lulu, the flecks do not pluck off. And this is not as squishy. This is a nice firm sweater, blanket, hat yarn. This is choice number 3. And then this one is, I've got you all over the state today. This is I Love This Yarn from Hobby Lobby. And it is called I can't read it upside down. Spun Sugar Stripe. And it's pinks and greens, a light green. It looks yellow, but it's a light green, and it's pink and green and purple and white. And it's absolutely beautiful. And there is 252 yards. It's what you need for a bunny. 100% acrylic. So there are 4 choices for you, my love. Oh, shoulder. I'm telling you, if it weren't for pain, I'd have no shoulder at all. This one, you know what happens, I think, is when, and I'm scattered again, and I do apologize, but I think when I put the yarn back into the cubbies up here, sometimes the corner or the edge of the band, the ball band, catches and tears. So I know some of mine that I pulled out today have broken ball bands, but it's not because they're used. It's because they've been stuffed into tight quarters and they forgot to before they got stuck in. Janice Urfer says, I love the Mexicana. All right, Janice gets that. And that's our blessing for today. That's our yarn blessing for today. Oh, there it is. See, if you don't put things, my mother used to have a saying, everything has a place, and you put it back in its place. No, that's not what she'd say. There's a place for everything, and everything should be in its place. My mother, Virginia Alice McCoy Burgess. There's a place for everything, and everything has a place. If you put back in its place, you'll know where to find it, Diana Lynn. You know what mood she was in when she was saying that. This goes to Janice. All right, I've got three things to send out today. Monday, tomorrow. Okay, oh gosh, we're over the limit. Okay, those of you who need to go, I talked to Jen yesterday, Jen Reeves. Jen Reeves became a friend of mine the first time I went up to Michigan to visit not the first time. After I got on YouTube, I went up to visit my sister in Michigan and Ohio, and Jen Reeves contacted me and said, if you're coming up, I have some people up here that would like to meet with you. I was like, okay. So she arranged a meeting with several people and basically was my chauffeur. I think I was up there 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and for probably a good maybe not a whole week, but different days during that 3-week time, totaling maybe just under a whole week. Jen was my chauffeur and took me around. We went to Pemberville. There's a lovely little Behind the Pines yarn shop in Pemberville. All kinds of bougie yarn. And you walk in the door, and the first sign that you see says, crochet is not spoken here. And all of her yarn, she hand dyes herself. And it's absolutely beautiful. See if I have any of it. But they knit and they get together every Thursday night and every there's another time that they get together and behind the pines. The shop is open only a few days a week, and oh, my arm. Behind the Pines. Here's one of them. It's absolutely beautiful. And she has things out on her table that has been made up with this, and you can come and learn how to make it up too. It's just a lovely little knitting shop, a bougie little knitting shop. Um, that's one of them. I don't know how many I have because this is Dawn Aaron's Loving Hands. This is Dawn Aaron's Loving Hands. I don't know if you can see this. This is Expression Fiber Arts. I won this from, I think, Christy. This is Dawn Aaron. This is, I think that's Dawn Aaron. Dawn Aaron's Loving Hands. Dawn Aaron's. This is a Yarnable. This is Dawn Aaron's Loving Hands. This is Dawn Aaron's Loving Hands. That's Lahalia. I don't know what that is. Lahalia. This is Full Spectrum. This is Thriss's yarn. Can you see that up here? You can't even see it. This is Thriss's yarn. That hot pink and gray. Oops. So beautiful. Anyway, Thriss is one of the people that I met with Jen when I went up. And this is going to be a long one, guys. So if you need to leave, please leave. And the reason I'm saying that is because when I talked to Jen, Jen said, we talked about being a godly yarn channel. And some people are just not into being a godly yarn channel. And that's okay, because YouTube has a plethora of people on it and a plethora of channels. And there's everything from the occult to the godly and everything in between. And not every channel even mentions God, because God's not in a lot of people's lives. And he is in my life, and you know, because I talk about him all the time. And the last 5 minutes of my channel is a time when I like to ask you if there's anything in your life that's going on that you would like me to pray for. And I ask that those of you who do believe in God that watch my channel, if you choose to pray for those people also. It's just 5 minutes out of my time. And Jen reminded me that some people don't believe in God and they don't even want to hear about God. And that's okay with me. It's really not okay with me, but it's okay. And so she said it might be a good idea to say at that last 5 minutes of my channel, now we're going to take prayer requests. For those of you who have stayed this long and enjoyed my channel, thanks for coming in to Miss C's Cottage. Those of you who would like to stay and get some people to pray for, this is what we're going to do now. The rest of you, goodbye, and I'll see you next Wednesday. And I think that's a really good way to end my show. And I never thought about it. And here I profess to love everyone, and I'm not even taking into consideration that some people don't want to hear that. So I think from now on, I'm going to try. I'm so scattered today, but I did write it down. I'm going to try to remember to put that in my channel at the end of my channel. Okay? So, oh, okay. Down here in Jen's box, I also have prayers and goodbye to some, and I have fancy stuff on StreamYard. Now, she showed me how, while we were talking, she showed me how to get in and do some things. And because Ivy doesn't get any of my notifications. When I went in, I am subscribed to Ivy B, but I had that thing across the bell. It wasn't black like when you get all your notifications. There was a thing across it. So I don't know whether that means I only get the ones that she mentions my name, or I don't get any of her notifications at all. Anyway, that's what was on my channel. So I took it off and I put I want all in Ivy B's notifications. So she's got the black bell again. Goodbye, Barbara. Okay, prayers who need it. See, that covers everything to me. That covers everything. I don't need to know what's going on in your life unless you wish to share it with me. And there are some people that have, and I like to keep up with that because I care for you. But I don't need to know. And if you say pray for me unspoken, that's good enough. I'll put your name in the book. But there are people who don't want to be involved in that, and that's fine, and I want to give you an opportunity to leave before you get sucked into something that's not comfortable for you. So I thank Jen for for letting me know that. And one of the things in Jen's box is I have two things to say and then I'm done for today. Times 5 plus freezer. Now, when I wrote that down, it meant the world to me. Today, I had to take a minute and figure out what the heck that meant. Jen said when I come up there, she will be my chauffeur again this year. I'm going up in September and I'm coming home in October. So I'm going to be there almost 3 weeks. And I'm just going to put it out there for those of you who are still here. I'm going to be at the Michigan-Ohio line on Lake Erie, in and around Lake Erie. If you are anywhere close to that area and would like to meet with me, not that I'm so super special, but there's just people I would like to see while I'm up in that area. If you would like to see me, when the time gets closer, I'm going to post on my community tab, and that's what this one's all about, where I'll be, the day I'll be there, and what time I'll be there, because I won't have a car. I'm riding up with my niece, who will then drop me off at her aunt's, my sister's, and go up to her mother's, my other sister's. And she's going to spend her time in Michigan because she has family up there that she wants to visit. And she wants to spend time with her mom and take care of her mom because on her mother's birthday, October 15th, she's going to be 85. And you don't know how much longer you get your mom when she's going to be 85. So Julie's going to go up and spend time with her, which means the car will be in Michigan. I won't have a car. Jen said, don't worry about it. I will be your Jen's chauffeur. That's not the word she used, but anyway, I didn't write that down, but she's going to be my chauffeur. And rather than have to rent a car while I'm up there, there's some things my sister would like to do, and we may have to rent a car for a day to do that one particular thing that she'd like to do. She's a very private person, and I respect that. But I said to her, Jennifer, I just can't give you a call and say, Jennifer lives probably an hour. She lives in Wauseon. And to come back to Oregon on the Bay, to pick my sister and I up, to go down Star to Navarre on the corner where Arby's is and get a Jamocha shake and bring it back to the house. I'm not going to ask her to do that. And she said, it's okay. One of the times that we are out and about on something else, we'll stop and we'll pick up 5 and we'll put them in the freezer so you'll have them anytime you want. So that's what times 5 plus freezer means in my notes here for those of you who needed to know. And she's also showed me how to get into my StreamYard account and my Google account and my all those other things and put Ivy back in where Ivy belongs. So that's Jennifer. We talked Jimmy Dean. Um, and I will post when the time gets closer. I will post where I will be, what day, and what time. Now, the last time I was up there, we met at a Bob Evans on the Fremont Pike at 75, I think. It was a central location. So if you were coming from east and west, you could come in on 20. If you were coming north and south, you could come in on 75 or the 275 bypass. And everybody, almost everybody knows Bob Evans. And no matter what Bob Evans you go to, except for the one in West Virginia at the Ohio line, don't go there. But most every other Bob Evans is pretty much consistent. So you know what you're going to get when you get there. And that's that. I will give you the time, and it'll probably be the same Bob Evans, unless you're really far away, and I'm willing to meet you halfway. There's someone who lives up near Cleveland. I'll drive to Worcester for that. I mean, Jen will drive me to Worcester for that. You gotta love that girl. She volunteered. Okay, now I'm at the end of my breath. I'm at the end of my time. Here's Baba Bird. If you'd like Baba Bird, you too can make him into a cardinal. I'll send you that one too. Just Gmail me what you want. I will say at this late date, if anybody needs yarn and cannot afford yarn, please, please, please Gmail me and tell me what you would like. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me what you need. Somebody mentioned earlier they didn't have a deep burgundy yarn. Will that person please just give me a call or Gmail me and I'll see if I have it. If we'll swap yarns, I'll give it to you. I'm 78 and a half. I don't have enough time left. This isn't even it. The Joanne stuff I got. I have a lot of yarn, okay? And that's that. Okay, so if anybody has a prayer request, Denisha's daughter. Okay. Sandra. She is like a human GPS because of her job. She drives all over Ohio. So she really is. She knows where things are. And it's like, I don't see it on my GPS. Oh, it's there, she'll say. It's there. And by golly, it is. And one of the things I'm going to do is I've already talked to her about it, is I'm going up to see Thriss. I don't know whether you guys have been back to Thriss's, but that girl has been through hell and she's come back from it and she's thinner and she is absolutely beautiful. I don't know what the hell was, and I will not ask her. If she tells me, I will listen and give her a big hug, but I'm not asking. But she is absolutely beautiful. She hand dyes her own yarn and she does one a month in the birth month color, birthstone color for the month. I think that's what it is. Shalia, Shaleigh. Looks like Shalia to me, or Shalia, because it's AH. Shalia, okay. And Mia, I always put down +3 because she's got 3 dogs. Mia needs an unspoken. And I promise I'm going to get off of here in the next 5. Ellen. Another thing about Ellen is she has made some crosses. I think they're crocheted crosses, bookmark crosses. They're absolutely beautiful. Shalia. Okay, thank you. Thank you. See, Denny is so good to me. She knows my brain is scattered today, so thank you for that. Okay, Ellen, silent for you. I love the silent prayers because God knows exactly what you need, and He will do it. But what I pray for also, Ellen, is that God will give you open eyes to see the answer when it comes, because it may be totally different than what you're expecting, the way that you're expecting it to be answered. Oh, the 3s for your daughters. Okay, I apologize. I thought it was the dogs. Thank you, Mia. I'm going to put down here daughters. Crafting Adventures with Amy. Oh my gosh, those were the tatted ones? Oh my gosh, you've got to go to Ellen's channel and see this. If those were tatted, they are the most beautiful. And I think she had a pink, was pink or purple. I couldn't tell because, you know, the lights on our rooms are not always right. But she also, and her mother, that was a memorial for her mother. She's accepting that in her mother's name. The other thing she accepted was the most beautiful tatted doily, and it was tatted in yellow and green and white, and it's got yellow roses all around the outside of it. It is the most, I would never have the patience to do something like that, but I give Amy all the credit in the world. Her stitches are even, her color choices are, I mean, you could have picked a different green or you could have picked a different yellow and it would have thrown the whole thing off, but they are just the right ones for that pattern. It's absolutely beautiful. And also, Connie went back into the hospital. Connie? Okay, Zoiler's mom. And Connie. Connie and the biscuit? Thank you, Paula. Well, my goodness. Connie Moonrose's friend. Okay. Thank you for those of you who are clarifying things for me. I know you do, Bonnie, and I covet those prayers. Oh, Shane, which means gift from God. I didn't know that. Charlotte, hello, welcome. Okay, guys, it's after 2:00, and I need to go. Those of you who didn't get on here are going to get prayed over anyway. So for the first time in a long time, I've taken good notes through the week. I've gotten to everything that I've got on my list. Don't forget to go check out the shorts with like the food shorts. I don't even know where they come from, but I love each and every one of you. You know that by now. You have to know that. I pray for each and every one of you because that's who I am. And if you don't like that or don't want me to, send me a Gmail and let me know, and I won't tell you that I'm praying for you, okay? And there's Sally Stevens with her kindness matters. It does. It does. And I covet all the prayers that you pray for me because you are all in my heart. And I'm going to go, and I love each and every one of you. Please, I forget this, so please put your coffee cups in the sink. Those of you who have chosen to get something out of the cooler and you have paper products, throw your napkins and your cups in the bin. Don't forget your shoes when you leave. I've had to throw away a pair of flip-flops, and they weren't even blown out from last Sunday. So I'm sorry, but they're gone. Whoever left them here. Leave your junk on the door. Leave your junk on the doorstep. And Mr. Elmo or I, or his son Andrew comes over on Sunday afternoons to help out with things. I don't know if he's coming today or not, but I'm sure if he does, he'll sweep them up and put them in the burn pile. Mama Swift! Oh, I'm so glad you came today. Mama Swift, I have to show you this because I haven't shown anybody actually. I just brought it in and I hadn't written it down, so I didn't show it to anybody. This, please, is the chrysanthemum blanket. This is the 5th one from Boggy Creek, Luck of the Draw, number 11, because I think we're on 12 now. This is the 5th one from number 11. Okay, and I've pulled chrysanthemum. Oh, I pulled chrysanthemum colors. Some leaves and different colors of chrysanthemums, and of course mine all die, so I had to put the brown in there. But this is the 40 by 40 Boggy Creek Luck of the Draw chrysanthemum blanket. And one of you on this channel mentioned that I should do a chrysanthemum. So I used my Afrique yarn, my Moya yarn from Afrique, and I made the chrysanthemum. And that's what that's all about. Okay? And I'm glad you got to see it, sweetheart. Trish, I love you so much. Okay. Right, your coffee cup's in the sink. And I will see you on Wednesday. And thank you for each and every one of you. Like Mama Swift says, of all of the doors on the YouTube streets, you chose to knock on mine today and pop your face in the village. And I love each and every one of you. And may God keep you in the palm of his hand safe until I see you again on Wednesday. Bye, dear ones.